Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Welcome on in to this speed gaming presentation of Link to the Past Randomizer League. It is the Invitational League. It is the Dark World Conference Misery Mire Division. It is Ninjimbro of Bottles on Empty versus Trey Spire of Oops All Foxes. It is Swordless Week 5. My name is Westside Vandal. With me in the commentary booth is K-Mir. I hope I said that right because I
You
didn't even
sure
bother
did.
to ask. Got him.
And
But
this is week 5, and both teams have played a number of matches so far. Oops All Foxes has 6 points. And Bottles on Empty is at 18.
yes, indeed, they are. Bottles on Empty has been has been in firm control of their destiny to this point. Ninjimbro has been Ninjimbro is undefeated in races he has run this season. Trey Spire has been involved in both of his team's wins as well, and we are off to the races. It is a open mode race. No swords to be found, of course. So you're going to be seeing some interesting strategies. The only real change that might be slightly different from normal is the bow and arrow is consolidated into one item. So once you find the bow, you will have the bow and the silver arrows.
That's correct. It's interesting to see them both starting at Link's house going to Uncle. We'll see where they go from here.
Indeed. No weapon help from Uncle Drop Down. So we will probably see the runners go elsewhere here.
Yep, I am expecting Trey to SNQ and probably go back to Link's house. Or just walk out of here and go to somewhere else.
Ninjimbro, meanwhile, save and quit to Sanctuary. Alright, looks like Trey Spire might be trying to farm, Tree Pole to see if we can get some bombs. And I'm not sure, but could the guards possibly be on a bomb price pack, and that's what Trey is trying to farm for here to proceed a little bit further down into Hyrule Castle?
It would be very possible. I always saw arrows. I didn't see if the first guard dropped a heart or not.
Moon Pearl is on Mushroom Spot in Lost Woods. Interesting.
Wow. Okay,
20 rupees. Oh, that would have been one of our swords.
For those of you who don't know, in Swordless, the swords have been replaced by 20 rupees.
That's just rude, game.
It sure is. So every time we see 20 rupees, we know that there should have been a sword there. The Jumbo farming 20s from the bush crabs, which is always fun when they've got those on their prize pack. Hookshot on the drop.
A very loaded Lost Woods, my goodness.
For sure. I imagine Trey is going to check Lumberjack and then pick up both of those items.
We'll quickly killing the bush crab there, even though it's giving out 20 rupees a pop. We aren't going to need to do Aghanim 1 for item reasons today, as that's just a piece of heart. Alright. Bottle vendor, learning well from the King of Scams there.
Yeah, there's always, the king of scams and then the minor scam from the bottle vendor.
Piece of heart.
Did Jembro not having bombs and opting to go south to check the southern checks in Kakariko, then probably buying bombs here?
Yep. Especially with bush crab having 20 rupees as its prize, and that's If you get good RNG, you can get up to 5 or 6 drops of 20 rupees a pop. It's really not that big of an imposition to just buy rupees, or excuse me, buy bombs. Buy rupees. Wow.
This is if it were Shop Sanity, that would absolutely make sense.
Yep.
Here's Trey going east to checking the Lake Hylia item, probably, and then going to Eastern Palace. Skipping Kakariko, as he often does. Just a shield on Hylia Island, which, knowing Trey, you'll probably not be getting.
Alrighty. So far, Kakariko hasn't really had anything, but we're getting to the high-density checks now, so...
Here's another sword.
Has 3 visible shields. Not wrong. So what you're saying is this Kakariko would have been amazing if this wasn't swordless. Got it.
Yeah, we'd already be on Master Sword.
Well, we would know Master Sword because the other one was in Hyrule Castle, but...
Trey getting 6 bombs after having purchased 10.
Yep. Lamp, hello. Blue mail, uh-oh. Cack Skipper's in shambles right now.
I mean, it still looks like a pretty good Kakariko for skipping.
I mean, Lamp's nice to have, and so is Blue Mail. But yeah, I suppose you do have a point. For at this level of play, Lamp isn't too terribly important. It's just convenient. Same with the Blue Mail.
Especially on a swordless mode, having the lamp for the dark rooms and the mail for safeties is always nice. Well, we're getting our first look into Eastern.
Alrighty. Well, Ninja Bro, sticking with the overworld checks for now. One of our gloves is boots locked. Gross.
Well, at least we know we'll likely get boots early-ish. Hopefully.
Well, we'll see here. 15 seconds. I believe this is a blind check of this. Which I like coming down from Kakariko, to be honest. Mir in Eastern.
That's a nice find early on.
Alrighty. Good use of the hook shot there to freeze the skeletons in place.
Okay. Try using geometry to only get 2 stealthless there, which is always nice to make that a little faster.
And we do get a big key here. And a compass. Now, no sword for this upcoming dark room, but the hook shot definitely helps orientate yourself as well.
Absolutely. Being able to see where the long hallways are, and if you're facing the wall is extremely helpful.
And plus, honestly, you know, the Eastern Palace dark rooms are pretty simple, based on them, you know, being designed with you being early in the game in mind. So, not as important as, say, knowing the Misery Mire dark rooms.
For certain. And Trey doesn't know, but he is currently in logic completely here. But just a map.
Alright, so I believe that means we do have an item on Armos, if I was doing my counts correctly.
Yes, I believe that's correct.
Alrighty. So what else do we have going on here? Mini Moldarm didn't really have anything in there. Ninja Bro heading up towards the Ice Rod Cave here.
He did farm up the money for Zora, so I imagine he's going to Fake Flipper and then head up to Waterfall Fairy and
Yep.
Zora.
Not so much farmed up as I think we're about to see from Trey Spire here. That mini Moldarm was just a horde of rupees. There's our boots.
Now we can water walk. I saw Ninjambro. He did a few bush crabs
Okay.
to the east of Dam.
Yep, that would make sense. Fast boots leading to gloves, so I'm pretty sure we're going to... Actually, I think our next progression is going to be Eastern Death Mountain. Because once we get those boots, or excuse me, that glove, we can access Death Mountain via Old Man Rescue in logic.
That is absolutely true. We can also access Tower of Hera with that mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Ninjambro opting to swim from Hobo rather than storing the fake flippers. Storing the water walk.
We are definitely looking for either that other pair of gloves or the hammer, though, for some Dark World access.
Ooh.
Oh, Trey Spire taking a death to those darn crabs. Those things pack a punch for where they're placed, honestly.
They sure do. They're often the bane of many runners' hopes and dreams.
Oh, game rudely giving Ninjimbro another heart, which makes him get locked in swim mode, which doesn't particularly matter because it was in the second chest, but still very rude.
Trey finally checking the dam. Gonna find out that it's just a couple art pieces. And with nothing on Zora Ledge.
And nothing on Zora.
Well, I guess it doesn't hurt Trey much to have missed those.
Alrighty, and now we're gonna be heading over to Agina's cave here. We'll see what Agina is holding on to. And we're also gonna see what the oh, there's our bow and silvers just hanging out on Desert Ledge.
Just chilling there.
So once we find either Flute or we need Flute and Titans or the Book of Medora to get access to that. All right, so I just realized Trey didn't come down to south of Kakariko, did he? So he doesn't know those boots are on that, or this glove is here.
He sure does not. Though I imagine he will head there after Bonk Rocks. He doesn't have too many more checks after this.
Yeah, I was about to say, he is running out of checks. So he's going to have to get there eventually.
We'll see if he runs through Kakariko and ignores the chests there and just goes south Kakariko first.
If he commits that hard to the bit, I will be amazed.
Does look like he is going into check thieves. Sorry, blindside.
Nothing doing in the back of Escape. Right. So off goes Ninjimbro here. Gonna be heading up Death Mountain.
Did Ninjambro check Lumberjack on his first time through?
He did not. But with how close we are to Dark World access and it being swordless, I very much doubt he checks that unless he just straight up runs out of ideas.
That's true. But with boots and being so close to the lumberjack drop, heading up to Death Mountain.
Just some arrows from the old man. Hup, hup. Cabbages. To answer a question in chat, yes, if you see a green rupee with a 20 icon, that would have been one of our swords.
The Ninjembro doesn't have the mirror, so this is going to be the end of the line. Well, no, it won't. He can go to the East Dark Death Mountain.
Yep. And if we do happen to find, say, Hammer or the other glove here and get Dark World access, it's going to be a hot minute before he thinks to go to Eastern Palace, I would have to believe.
I would agree with that. Oddly, if you're a Trey Spire fan, you probably want you actually probably want Ninjembro to find Dark World access at this point.
Yep. Okay. All right. Nothing in Paradox 2. Right. Nice bomb. Clean up the mini mold arms. 300 rupees, 50 rupees. Bombos. Powder. 400 rupees, powder, and bombos. All right, well, not the most useful thing in the world, but
better than a stick in the eye.
Yeah. Does open up some interesting ice palace strategies once we get to that point. All right, we're gonna see Spiral Cave here.
Trey Spire using a palette shuffle, which is sort of throwing me off a little bit, trying to figure out where he is.
And arrows. Okay. So chat bringing up a good point. The mirror plus the powder means that Mitz is going to be our Dark World access.
Why does that mean that?
I don't know. I thought
Okay.
I thought it sounded good, and then I started thinking about it, which is mycommentary.txt.
I think chat was
what I was
trolling.
originally going for was Mitz powder means we have powder plus mirror equals mad batter, and then I was like, how do we get to Dark World?
That's a good point. We don't have the hammer yet, so we can't even try to do Aga.
All right. On to things we can do with our current loadout. Trey Spire, by dint of having that mirror and the regular gloves, is able to actually go into Tower of Hera, where we immediately pick up the big key.
And the mitts.
So the good news is Ninjembro is going to have to go get that mirror pretty darn quickly.
Unless he finds hammer in the front of escape. And then he might go even farther afield from getting those. Oh no, he still needs...
We did find both the items, looks like, in Hera, as Trey just kind of nopes out. Okay.
I wasn't counting. Did we see the key in Hyrule Castle? Okay.
I don't believe we did.
Chat says key is in the cross.
Okay. All right, and Trace Spire gonna be able to put that mirror to and Titans to immediate good use. We're gonna see Super Bunny here as well, I would believe, in Hookshot.
Definitely.
On top of the absolutely nothing in Paradox.
Well, there's Bombos. Could be something.
And Powder.
Yep.
Oh, nicely done. I didn't think that bomb was going to get those last 2 mini mold orbs, but it did.
I think that bomb was intended for the crystal switch. And it was a happy accident that I got both the mold orbs. But let's say it was planned.
Yes, absolutely.
No, you can't. You cannot hammer dash in swordless. It makes for some awkward moments when trying to do hammer pegs.
Yep. Hook speed hammer pegs. What is wrong with you, chat?
I can't even imagine having the accuracy to do hook speed hammer pegs. I just miss.
All right, Super Speed or Super Bunny cave, excuse me. Just a heart there.
And Jimbro grabbing his mirror.
Jimbro also going to be able to just kind of break on through the dark rooms without having to worry too much about positioning. So probably going to shave off a few seconds there. I don't think we noticed this when Jimbro was up here, but that's just the blue boomerang on Floating Island. So probably not going to see our runners pick that up since we already have a readily available source of stun in the hook shot.
Yeah, though I suppose if they were going to pick up one of the boomerangs, they might go pick up the blue.
That's a nice rod in Hookshot Cave there. That is the ice rod.
Yep, we're not going to have to go hunting for that one today.
And a bunch of rupees. All right, and now into Spiral Cave for Trace Spire. We did see that Quake was going to be our Turtle Rock access, which hopefully we don't need to know that information as Turtle Rock is a pendant.
I did miss the crystal layout for both Light and Dark World.
Luckily, our tracker, Link40, is on top of such matters.
They absolutely are. Thank you, Link40, who is tracking for us today.
Okay.
Doing the hardest job, which is watching both screens and making sure you know what items everyone is grabbing.
All right, we see King's Tomb.
Just bombs in the tomb.
Yep. Okay. Probably also see Graveyard here. Nope, not quite yet.
Well, from the Light World.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Palette Shuffle got to me a bit there.
Yeah. Did Trey check back of his game?
Trey did not. No.
Okay.
Or at least I didn't see them. Check it.
We do know that there is nothing in either front or back of Escape.
Trey might be waiting for slightly better equipment to take a return trip to Hyrule Castle, because yes, we do technically have bombs, but it is still kind of annoying to do Hyrule Castle with just bombs. So, Cane of Samaria would probably qualify as a better weapon. but again, with the plethora of much better options available.
Yes, we've got so many things now that we have Dark World access. Does mean that we can kill blind.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a good point by chat. Samaria means Turtle Rock just distressingly became back on the table if we find Quake.
Sure does. And with the Ice Rod, if we find Fire Rod, might need to clear it.
Gross.
Ninja Bro coming back to clean up those checks on Death Mountain.
Yeah, I mean when you find your Dark World access on Death Mountain and it happens to be Titans, yeah, you just go, yeah, we'll just go ahead and clean this up while we're up here.
Yeah, you always want to minimize.
We don't really have an easy way back up here at the moment, so you're here, might as well do it.
And minimizing your climbs is always good to save the time.
A distressing amount of digs for not a lot of payoff. Tracker also correcting a statement I made earlier about Tower of Hera. We have only seen one item out of Hera, and we can't kill Moldorm yet. So, but again, Tower of Hera also a pendant. So, hopefully that doesn't become relevant, or hopefully it does if you're the kind of person that runs pedestal information for every single seed. Meanwhile, we see Jeremiah get returned to his smithing brother, and we're going to get Karima.
Just a heart piece. So Jeremiah not having anything. It's interesting. Oh, Trey's going to check the bat. It's interesting that Trey is doing Smith Chain as opposed to dipping the front of Fuse Town, though.
Well, does only have the one magic bar, may not really want to take on blind with just Samaria.
Now he's got the half magic.
I'm sorry, is that vanilla half magic?
Sure is. Thanks, Pat.
Seed's got jokes. Seed has got jokes. Boy, this chest is getting the Light World Tour here for some reason. Oh, has to go back to Dark World because isolated the portal. That's right. Sorry.
You could have just headed down south.
This is true. But hasn't done Cave 45 or Stumpy yet either. So may have just thought this would be faster to route those in this way.
We're getting our first look at Skull Woods from the Jumbro.
Okay. And Jimbro probably would love to have the information about that Cane of Samaria to make that first bit a little bit easier.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you simply go north from the portal. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Don't want to lift up all those bushes.
Right, nothing in Cave 45.
I correct myself. He's got the mitts. He could have gone just straight south. No fire rod, though, so we can't check what's in the back there.
Trace Spire just taking a mushroom from some random dude he met in the woods, as you do.
That's Stumpy. He's a fun guy. Trey,
oh wait, you can't hear that. I just gave you a slow clap. Well done.
Thank you.
Trey Spire also utilizing the ghost chest glitch to turn in purple chest while still being able to run. Basically, if the game doesn't check to remove the purple chest until you completely finish your iframes when you mirror. So if you mirror to Light World in the range to interact with the locksmith there, Gary, whatever you want to call him, the game will still be like, oh, you have the purple chest, here you go.
Yep, and to answer chat, Ninjumbro probably didn't grab the big chest so that he could save the time if the items were at the front.
This bomb jump, it sucks for me with the sword, so to see Ninjumbro do it that flawlessly without the sword kind of makes me feel bad. Meanwhile, we do find our first bottle in Hype Cave, so we can now go see what Lazy Kid will give us for that bottle at some point.
Trey probably going to turn in that mushroom.
Yep.
Using the bonk and fake flippers method south of Link's house.
That's the book. There's the Book of Medora on Bumper Cave there.
Well, if we get the cape, that might become relevant.
If cape to Book of Medora is our logical bow access, that's just gross. 100 rupees for the mushroom. That is some high quality drugs there apparently.
Hey, whatever you can sell them for. There's no way Flute can be in the mire area.
Not in the Maya area. It could still be in Desert Palace.
Could sure be. Chat, you need Flute to get to mire.
There's another bottle on Graveyard Ledge.
And Trey going to get the sad news about the only heart piece on Zora.
Let's go ahead and just pick it up though, because why not? Question, did Trey actually check the catfish, or did I miss something?
Trey did check catfish.
Okay.
I didn't see what it was. But it doesn't look like there's anything new showing up on our tracker, so probably wasn't anything.
Vortex going, did he? Question mark. And that's what I'm saying. I don't remember seeing catfish.
Oh, you're right.
Like Zora from mushrooms. Oh, yeah. I got tripped up by pallet shuffle again. Don't mind me.
So did
10
I.
arrows from Lazy Kid. And Ninjumbro heading into Thieves. And my apologies, I thought Thieves was a crystal, which is why I talked about going after Blind earlier. With it being a pendant, I probably would have come in here while I was in the area as well. But there's a reason why I'm commentating and not participating this particular season.
Yeah, having played a number of this league swordless mode, routing it should be like routing open, but for some reason it's not. It just feels very strange.
Nothing doing in the front of Thieves Town.
The Jimbro's gonna grab his cane right now.
Yep, because it is in the chess game here. Bada boom, bada bang.
It sure does look like progression's in the back of Thieves Town.
Yeah, which means I think Trey's gonna be finding it first, because I think Ninjumbro is about to go do all the stuff we just saw Trey do. because I kind of feel like if Ninjimbro were going to do the Back of Thieves, he would have gone straight back after picking up that cane. But instead, he's mirroring Delight World and giving Lazy Kid the his bottle.
That's true, but he also doesn't have. Perhaps he's searching for something to make thieves easier.
Yeah, the chest to Alzun, that sounds nice until you realize the purple chest will despawn when you kill blind. Although, actually, if you're carrying the purple chest, I don't even think you can step foot in Thieves Town.
You can drop it before you walk in.
Yeah, I think the purple chest would just be like, why don't you take me someplace nice? Which is a little bit concerning because a purple chest is now talking to you for some reason.
I mean, it's Hyrule. Lots of stuff happens here. You got a tree that talks to you. You got a magic bat that talks to you. What's a chest talking to you?
Fair enough. Alrighty. So no. Oh, did chess game now going back for Jeremiah? There we go. Trey Spire receiving that that interesting portent of Book of Medora.
Indeed.
And now gonna go do Graveyard Ledge.
And possibly chain it with Back of Escape.
That would make sense.
Getting that second bottle.
So I'm trying to think of what else we haven't seen yet besides that Back of Thieves Town that we have logical access to.
I think it's just Back of Thieves Town at this point. And our tracker points out that there is no logical way to get to Catfish currently. And Thieves Town
is true. Yeah.
Thieves Town is the green pendant, so that could also potentially be progression.
Which, gross. All right, so Trey Spire running back towards Kakariko. I would assume this is going to be the Thieves Town check because Trey Spire hasn't even stepped foot in Thebes yet.
Yep, and since it's that, and I think that they have the key to Tower of Hera, so they could check Hera Basement, but that's fairly isolated at this point.
Yeah.
So I imagine Trey is going to clear the entirety of this dungeon and grab the green pendant.
Which, well, both. I'm kind of surprised. Well, no. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sitting here trying to think if I would have done Hera Basement while I was in Hera as Ninjimbro, because Ninjimbro had Lamp, whereas Trey Spire, I believe, did not. So Ninjimbro could have come down and done Hera Basement, but that is a significant time investment for not a lot of reward.
It sure is. There's also the bombable wall chest in Swamp Palace. If people are looking for really bad places for things to be.
Flippers? Mod check?
Good point. You're right. No flippers.
Ninjimbro does know about it.
I don't believe
Actually, no, he
Ninjimbro
doesn't.
has
Never
gone
mind.
to Desert
That's
yet.
correct.
So no guarantee that he will, if he finds the cave, he will beeline for that that bumper ledge.
Well, Well, yeah, no, because we would have to see some evidence of the ability to kill Landless. Oh, the pot throw miss on flipping that switch is always so painful.
It's always just like I can't believe I did that.
Or I can't believe the game just decided to not let me do that, because sometimes a throw will just look like it's on track, and then the game just decides, nah, that didn't actually flip that switch.
Trey deciding that 2 bombs is the right way to break open that hole.
Yep.
I imagine this is going to be Thieves Town from Ninjembro.
So we're gonna see our runners on fairly even footing here.
With the difference
Slight
being
edge Trey at the moment, but execution will be able to close the gap. To answer our question in chat, no, you have not missed 5 weeks of Swordless. Each week of League play is a different mode. So week 5 of League play happens to be our Swordless week.
if you
A
like
logical Cane of Samaria kill of Blind.
If you like Swordless, there is a German Swordless tournament that just wrapped up. So you can go watch all of those if you want to watch some Swordless.
I mean, technically, yes. If you do if you do Mad Batter before Blind, you have half magic. But still, Cane of Samaria Blind, gross.
Having done it a few times, it's not as bad as you might think, because Blind just sort of walks into the brick a couple times, and you can stay far away. And you can throw it at his head. Trey doing a good job of dropping that block right on Blind's head. Oof, almost getting that third hit right off the bat, and there, good Samaria kill from Trey Spire. And there's the flippers.
Oh, so what was that you were saying earlier about the Bumble Wall in Swamp?
Hey, could be there. Catfish is in play now.
And this is also another good question from chat. Swamp, or do you turn in the green pendant first?
Or do you go to pod?
Oh! Oh!
I wonder if Trey's gonna check the first chest in Swamp
I
and
think
then go
that's
to pod.
what Trey's doing. Is he's never mind. Oh, no, maybe. Question mark.
Or Ice Palace. Think about that.
Well, yeah, because that's one of the plays. Well, no, has no hammer to activate the medallion.
Still, good point. I always forget that you need a sword analog.
Yes, yeah, hammer or bugnet in this case. I mean, I kind of feel like you would want the hammer to go into Ice Palace with, but
Ninjembro taking some damage here.
Oh, okay. Chad is claiming you can just stand on the medallion pad and use the medallion. Okay,
really?
I did not know that.
Well, there we go. And Trey for sure is checking that first chest.
Hat Magic was in its vanilla location on Mad Batter. Alright, so Vortex of Doom clarifying, anything that does not require a sword does not require anything. Anything that requires Master Sword Plus requires hammer.
That makes sense, and I think is good for me to know since I'm on deck for Swordless this week.
Right, so we did not see anything out of that Bomba wall chest in Swamp. And Trey is just assuming the worst of the seed, is going to go check ice.
I like this. It's sort of on the way to, well...
Oh, nope, it's using the portal here. Okay. Catfish and Palace of Darkness. I forgot about that portal. Game knowledge, jazz hands.
So I suppose this routing makes more sense. Do pod and then down into ice, because if you go to pod first, if you go to ice first, you have to run all the way back from Village of Outcasts.
Plus, you get to turn in the green pendant here as well on the way to Palace of Darkness. So,
That's
all right,
true.
Catfish.
Being
With
a
the
bro. And Ninjembro quickly gonna follow up with that. This seed has been wonderful so far.
So, excuse me a moment. Sorry, I don't know if I caught the mute quick enough on that. But Trey Spire can go activate that flute and grab the bow that he knows of. Ninjinbro, I don't believe has seen the bow yet. I don't remember. But yeah, at this point, you go get that bow as your next play, and then you can do Pod Eastern back to back.
Right.
Assuming we find Hammer at some point.
And you can complete Desert. Trey opting to go into Kakariko from the south.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I feel like starting from a sink would have been faster. Especially when you miss hook speed.
I haven't timed it, but who knows?
Alrighty.
Ninjembro hasn't checked desert area yet.
Well, I mean, he's gonna be checking it shortly because he's heading straight to Kakariko to do what Trey Spire is in the process of doing, which is activating that flute.
Yep.
Bird is the word, duck is a muck, pheasant is present, etc., etc.
Given how easy it is to check the desert area, to answer chat, given how easy it is to check the desert area after flute, it seems pretty reasonable to do that.
I believe that was Bombos on Meyer. It was. All right.
Third bottle there.
Yes, indeed, and that one comes with a free fairy, so that's nice. Probably the most useful out of the 3 bottles we found so far, because it was a fairy, a green potion, and I think it was just a regular bee. All right, so there's our bow plus silvers. And we're going to see desert here because this is actually full clearable.
It certainly is.
Right, not boots locked, interestingly enough, with how early the boots were.
With the boots locking the glove, I'm not sure how likely it is for it to lock so many different items.
There's our fire rod. So things very quickly starting to fall into place here.
Yeah, both runners filling out their inventory. I think we're just hunting for that hammer and Quake.
We do not need Quake per se, because that would be for Turtle Rock access, which is a pendant.
Yep, I misremembered Turtle Rock's crystal status.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we could still need Quake if, for some ungodly reason, Hammer is in Turtle Rock.
You can't be in Turtle Rock because you need the hammer to open Turtle Rock.
That's true.
So as far as things go, the hammer being your go mode is not too bad.
All right. So right now, both of our runners kind of in lockstep with each other. Trey Spire a little bit ahead, but a misfire could give Ninja Bro a little bit more time to catch up.
Trey opting to use Fire Rod instead of Silvers on land mode.
I will also point out, I don't believe, did we see Trey pick up that big chest in Desert? I don't believe we did.
It looks like he's going back for it.
I was about to say, now that you know that that it wasn't on the boss, it's not too much of a time loss to come back here. But since we know it's nothing, it does kind of suck to see him keep in lockstep with Ninjambro, as it were.
Yeah, it's probably close to a 30-second time loss running back from Desert. Which, in a race where they seem to be fairly close to each other just the whole way through.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I'm not faulting Trey at all. I'm just kind of saying, you know, if you're wanting to see Oops All Foxes pick up a few more points, you just kind of wish that he didn't have to do that.
For sure.
All right, so now we'll see what if our runners stay in lockstep or not. Looks like Trey is going to go ahead and head into Misery Mire here.
I think that makes total sense. With Silvers, you have a very easy Vidi fight, and it's right here. It's not going to get. The dungeon's not going to get much easier.
And honestly, when you think about the where the items that we've found have been so far, that flute being where it was points to progression being here in Mire, because flute was locked on Catfish, which was behind Flippers, which was behind admittedly Green Pendant Blind, which yeah.
For sure, it's also since you are here. Leaving to go to pod and then coming back is, and then going back into pod if you don't find the hammer, and that is in Mire is a very large time loss. Whereas clearing Mire here and finding the hammer in pod doesn't hurt you at all, basically.
I will say the evil thought just entered my mind. Watch as this all is a red herring and the hammer is just sitting in Sarasala's hand, waiting for the green pendant to be handed over to him.
Sure, but you'll find that on your way to pod.
True. So far, Mire, not really too much of a note. We do find the big key. Trey is just going to head straight to the back and take himself on a Vitreous here, looks like.
I think I like this. It means that if you do find another item in the dungeon, you can just bail. You don't have to run all the way back to the boss.
Well, to be clear, we haven't found the first item yet, so, well. There's the first item, 10 arrows. Trey having a little bit of trouble with the spooky, looks like there.
Yeah, it looks like he lost Spooky at some point. Probably dropping the Samaria.
Right. Now Ninjimbro, having thoroughly explored the front of Misery Mire, is going to be heading to... Well, nope. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of Misery Mire here. My bad. All right. The second item is on Cold Vitreous from the looks of it. It would be interesting if the second item of Misery Mire is on the boss of Ice Palace. That would be some interesting item placement.
I would like to see that, yes. Ah, it's on cutscene.
We did not see cutscene chest, which actually is our second item. Which, oh boy.
I imagine Trey goes back in.
Yeah,
but
Trey
we'll
has 0 out of 2. Oh, nope. Trey's like, okay, whatever. Peace. This is a big play here.
Yeah.
If Ninjimbro decides, oh, there's something in cutscene chest and goes back in, there's some ground being made up by Trey. Well, I wouldn't say made up, because Trey's still technically in the lead here, but the other thing is Ninjimbro already has one item and may just be like, no, one item is not worth going all the way back into cutscene chest for.
Yeah, if there's anything in cutscene, then Ninjimbro ends up being firmly in the lead if he does check it.
The chat also correctly pointing out the specter of Hera Basement is looming over all of us.
As well as that green pendant turn-in.
True, but I do come around to your point of thinking on that, where, you know, if it is green pendant turn-in, we're gonna see that as we make our way over there. All right, looks like Ninjimbro is gonna head back in for the cutscene chest, so it is moment of truth time. This race is probably going to pivot on whether or not this cutscene chest item is important.
Absolutely. Nice Samaria to take out those 2 Wizrobes.
Meanwhile, Trayspire heading to the conveyor belt spike boss fight that just happens to have a giant moth flying around in it.
Everyone's favorite moth. The Trey does have that fairy.
There we go.
Just a heart piece.
There's our second item in Skull Woods. All right, Mir is out for Trayspire, and then I would assume a flute is going to happen, and he's going to head over towards that eastern Palace of Darkness area.
I would say so.
Also, nice lucky rupee count for one Trayspire.
Just 20 rupees on cutscenes, so the skip from Trey pays off.
All right. So my question is where's Trey going here?
Uh,
Back to What? Trey? My dude?
I'm not sure, like, if it's faster to run that way or not from Light World.
Oh,
Oh, Trey
chat correctly
forgetting.
pointing out we don't have a way to get to Palace of Darkness that doesn't involve doing this.
Well, he could have run out from Skullwoods or fluted to 3. Sorry, yeah, fluted to 3. After mirroring. But I'm actually not sure if running out of Skullwoods or through, what do you call it? Lost Woods is faster.
Yeah. All right. Does look like Ninjimbro is going to be still retracing the footsteps here. Also, we're going to see Trey give a little bit of time back here because Trey's going to check Pyramid, obviously.
Yep, combining this with Pod is super common and makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Trey going to do front of the speed.
Oh, no. We have the weapons for this now. Yikes.
And we know that there's nothing in front of Escape, so...
Yep. So we're gonna see a little bit of time given back here, which you know, perfectly reasonable. Don't get me wrong, not bashing Trey here, but and if you're wanting a close race, well, you do kind of want to see this because this closes the gap even further. Okay. This still could be Quake. This is also true. I mean, it could also be Hammer in Trey's mind. Alright, so down goes the Moth for Ninjimbro.
And Trey correctly counting that there's a key in Dark Cross and not going to do it.
Yep. Alright, so now we're going to see Trey head for Palace of Darkness and Eastern Palace area. And Jibro, meanwhile, running out through Dark World. Chat calling for Vanilla Hammer. Gross.
Stranger things have happened.
Completely on brand for this seed. All right, the green pendant is $20.
So while the green pendant was logically required to be picked up, was not required to be turned in.
All right. Like Ninjimbro not going to be too far behind here. Trey Spire entering Palace of Darkness. Yep. Yep, Hammer is indeed our go mode item here in this swordless seed.
Yeah, given how linear everything has been, it's just going to come down to execution, really.
Yeah.
So maybe how they decide to route the end.
Yeah, this could very easily come down to Ganon's Tower routing.
Absolutely, and you know, if you like close races, it's what you like to see.
Interesting play by Trey here. Gonna go ahead and clean up Eastern before heading into Palace of Darkness. Did not get the clean 2 skeleton room, which is unfortunate, but...
Well, I mean, Trey only has the knights left, so you can just run in, kill it, and if knights have... I don't know if we missed an item or not. If knights have the hammer, then you go straight into pod and clear it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If you need to do it anyway, it's a good thing to do. And did Jembro doing the same?
Answering a question in chat, tablet checks work. Anything that requires the Master Sword just requires the hammer. So the tablets are out of consideration for this particular scene.
As is Ped. Ped is dead. Since we need the hammer and TR is a pendant.
Yep. All right. Arbos Knight's kill.
A nice quick
Item
kill
pick
from
out
Trey.
up at 105.02 for Trey Spire.
No one has gone into ice yet. At this point, they're going to last locate anything that might be in ice.
Yep. Alright, Trey Spire now into Palace of Darkness. And Jembro cleaning up the last room before Armos Knights. Catfish has been checked. It was the flute.
Yes, both runners have checked catfish.
Alright, 105.49 is what we'll call that for Ninjimbro. So about a 45-second difference, roughly, between our runners right now.
I agree with chat. The last...
Please no, game. Please no.
Oh, yeah. Hammer on shovel. The last room in EP was done very smoothly with the King of Samaria.
Ether.
Nice to have, but actually not even nice to have. It doesn't do anything for us.
Yep.
Can't use it except on the special tiles.
Mm-hmm. And the special tiles are all going to be Bombos anyway.
Or entrances to Turtle Rock and Mire, but we already know what those are.
Yeah, I forgot about that use case. My bad. Right?
To the back we go. That's our third key, so we know that Big Key Chest is just another key. Since there have to be 4 keys in the front of pod.
Some of our viewers might know that room as harmless hell. That chest as harmless hellway, but
we haven't been to harmless hellway
yet. The room to the south of the one Trey is in right now. Do I have that correct?
No, that's correct.
Money. Definitely one thing we're not hurting for in this seed is money. We've found a lot of the 300 packs.
Yeah, both runners flush. Buy as many potions as they want.
Oh! Well.
Oh, we expected to see the big key before the big chest here.
Oh,
the hammer.
French vanilla hammer! Oh! And we are in go mode at 1 hour, 8 minutes, and approximately 40 seconds.
Yeah,
So this is going to come down to execution and Ganon's Tower routing. I almost said writing. Hello. Routing, I believe is the word I was looking for.
Yep, speaking of Ganon's Tower routing, which way do you like to go through Ganon's Tower, Wes?
I generally tend to do Hope Room first, and then if I get a small key in Hope Room, I'll go right. But if I don't get a small key, I'll go left.
That does seem to be the a very common route that people take.
But really, like that's what I say I usually do. But it really just kind of depends on my mood. By the time I get to Ganon's Tower, sometimes I'll just be like, nope, I got a feeling it's on Torch or in Stalfos room, and I'll just full send left. But it really just kind of depends.
From what I hear, it doesn't really matter which route you take through GT as long as you are consistent, because it'll all come out in the wash. And this absolutely is going to come down to execution. Trey with a nice hammer turtles room down there.
Mm-hmm. Chat correctly pointing out that even though we are in go mode, there's still 3 full crystals to clear here, so there's still plenty of time for execution to come into play, especially in a swordless seed. Trey, my dude, come on, there we go.
Trey was setting up hook speed so that he could get the larger hitbox on the hammer without sword.
Ah, I had actually never seen that before. My bad.
Yep, it's very convenient for this fight when you don't have a sword.
Hey, so there we go.
Crystal drop at 111. We'll see how Ninjembro, what time Ninjembro gets that up.
Hey.
So about a 30-second difference at this point.
Now Trey heading for swamp and ice, I would assume.
All right, chat corrects me. It's a 28-second difference. So they are correct. When it is this close, every second counts.
Yes, indeed. And the gap is closing here because, as you'll recall, I noted the difference between crystal item collection at Armos Knights at about 45 seconds approximately. We're also seeing a slight routing difference here in that Ninjembro is going to go ahead and do ice first.
Breaking up the lockstep.
All right, here we go. This race is now going to become a little bit more difficult to really tell who's in control until we get both runners into Ganon's Tower.
Given that they're both clearing the same 2 dungeons in go mode, we can time from the time that Trey picks up the ice crystal versus the time that Ninjembro picks up the swamp crystal.
Fair enough. Chat correctly pointing out we haven't found the bug net either, so Aghanim 2 is going to be a sight to behold.
That's true, but as long as you're getting 1 ball per round, you're coming out ahead. Jimbro having a little bit of trouble setting up Icebreaker, but getting it smoothly once he gets the initial setup done.
Yeah.
And also getting bullied a bit by the Pengators.
Okay.
Grabbing,
Go ahead, sorry.
Ninjumbo grabbing the key just to make routing easier through Ice Palace.
Actually, good call, chat. Only 9 hearts, somehow. It feels like we've been all over the world in this seed, but we still are only at 9 hearts. Nice single arrow game, thanks.
Well, fun fact, the other bow is replaced by a single arrow in this mode, so there's 2 single arrows instead of just 1. Looks like both runners are going to be dropping into their respective bosses at approximately the same time. Ninjumbo's going to be slightly ahead.
Are they playing Kingdom Hearts? No, Sayuru, because then they'd have 13 hearts. That's probably the nerdiest reference I've ever made on air. Thanks. All right, using the medallion square to take out Cold Stare's shell. Half magic and fire rod means this shouldn't be that hard of a fight.
Yep, opting not to try to get a couple hammer hits at the start. Trey doing bow strats.
To answer a question in chat, this is a special variant of Swordless where the bow is just the bow and silvers straight up. So once you find the bow, you have bow and silvers.
Nice one cycle Argus from Trey.
And the nice little silver arrow shot there that I never can seem to time correctly.
Myself included, yes. And that was a good, nice arrow refill for Trey there.
Right. So now our runners are going to swap places here. Trey Spire is going to head to Ice, and Ninjimbro is going to be heading to Swamp here.
Yeah, from an execution standpoint, that swamp was pretty much textbook.
Yep, Trey going to go ahead and grab himself some backup here. And, I mean, honestly, at 116 into a Swordless Seed, has got to be feeling pretty good about being able to go and get that backup. Has to feel in a pretty decent position.
So stocking up on bottles does take time, but it takes less time than dying does.
Yep.
And with 9 hearts...
We are in Swordless, and the bosses remaining are not a joke. Like... You know, if you get unlucky and out of like rhythm on Cold Stare, yes, we have Blue Mail, but we are only still on 9 hearts. Cold Stare can and will ruin your day.
And just a couple Ganon hugs, and you're done. You have to get really close with that hammer.
And Landmo too. Granted, we have silvers at this point. You know, maybe you want the ability to have a magic refill on you in case Landmo 2 doesn't go too well. All right, and our runners heading through the dungeons here. We're gonna see just who clears their last dungeon and head towards Ganon Tower first here.
Yep, Trey hitting that switch, because good for Trey to remember hitting that switch so that they don't get stuck at the bricks at the end.
Mm-hmm. And then, as we kind of mentioned, Ganon Tower routing and who finds the big key first, also probably going to play a pretty important role in this seed, as well as who's more confident in their hammer Aghanim 2. And Ganon, for that matter.
Judging by where they are in their respective dungeons, as well as how much they have left in their dungeons, it looks like Ninjembro has made up almost all of that time. Oh
boy. Strap yourselves in, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. We are going to have ourselves a very close finish here from the looks of it.
Yeah, at this point in Trey's clear of Ice Palace, Ninjembro was dropping into Cold Stare.
Ooh. All right. Meanwhile, Ninjimbro on Argos. So yeah, I gotta, you know, agree with the obvious evidence in front of my face. It does look like Ninjimbro has made most of, if not all of that time back.
Crystal Fall at 119.18. 119.23 on Ninjimbro's side.
All right, folks. That's all 7 crystals for both of our runners. The Ganon Tower Big Key guessing game is going to run off of whoever enters Ganon Towers first. There is 22 locations in Ganon's Tower basement where that Ganon's Tower Big Key can be 1 through 21, or excuse me, 22. Where do you think that's going to be?
Trey almost getting dead rock there.
Only difference is bow is compressed into one item. So you find bow, you have bow with silvers.
Man, they are completely even right now.
Oh boy! Y'all ready for this? Oh wait, sorry. My apologies to Fiesel for the VOD strike.
I don't know if anyone was able to tell what that was.
Wow!
Oh, I mean, it was a wonderful rendition. I would gladly have listened to it again.
Oh my goodness. Anyway.
Where do you like to see the Big Key show up here?
I mean, as much as I would like to be nice to our runners and say it'll show up in Hope Room, I feel like this is going to be deep in Ganon's Tower because that's just the kind of seat it's been. So I'm going to say we're going to see it somewhere deep on the left side after somebody full sends right.
Trey's actually made up a little bit of time here.
Yeah, Trey is actually going to be the one we base our Ganon's Tower time off here, I believe, because he's going to be in there a couple seconds ahead of Ninjimbro.
Yep.
27 versus 31 looks like, roughly. Yeah. All right, both runners going right. Chest number 1, heart container. Chest number 2, map.
And out they go. So without a key, they can't go past tile room, which is
chest
unfortunate.
Number 3 is going to be the bug net.
Amazing. Look at that.
Nice.
Ninjimbro dodging it.
Is like, no, sir, I don't want it. That might be huge.
Ninjimbro feeling very
huge
confident
right there because that makes Aghanim 2 significantly easier. Chest number 4 for Trey Spire. Small key. Small key. Kate? Alright, guys, we need to go grab that book. Oh, God.
I wonder what that book locks there.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Trey Spire, by the way. Remember, we're going off of Trey, even though Ninjimbro has now taken the lead because Trey was in Gen's Tower first.
And Trey having a little bit of a rough time in the DM's room up there, the Stalfos room.
So that's chest number 8.
I am on the edge of my seat here.
Yeah, All right, what will be chest number 9 for Trey is going to be not it either.
Yep, it is net versus no net. We'll see. Ninjimbro feels very confident in his hammer Ganon. Sorry, hammer Aga2.
Okay.
Ninjimbro has all blue bottles, I believe.
10, 11, 12, and 13. Nothing there. Net loss versus net gain. Get out. Golf clap, but also get out.
Both Trey and Ninjabro doing the bonk skip on that last portal tile.
That's number 14, not going to be it either. Sorry, I'm just doing some math in my head because I feel I always feel like I have the number wrong until I recount it.
Oh, I've lost count at this point.
I believe this is going to be 15, 16, and 17 coming up.
There's that big key.
Yep, let's see what number it is for Trey. 15, 17. All right, I don't even know. I didn't even write anybody down.
Chad, who won?
Who's next? You decide. Epic rap battles of forget what? Like that bit just now.
Trey is 7 seconds behind at this point.
All right. So, we actually have some confusion in chat. You know what? We're just gonna say we're all winners with this close of a race. So we all get a lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomizer seeds, redeemable at ALTTPR.com. Randomizer, emulator not included, void where prohibited. And as always, if your standard seed lasts longer than 4 hours, please consult a YouTube tutorial. All right. Now that the gag's out of the way, let's strap back in for what is going to be a very, very close execution race here from the looks of it.
Absolutely.
Jimbro does have a slight advantage here, but looming large is that decision to not grab the bug net. That is going to come into play at the Aghanim 2 fight.
Really nice first two couple of rooms from Trey. Having a little trouble with these Isaacs.
Well done.
You know, it's got to happen sometime.
All right, entering Lamlo 2 at 126.29 for Ninjimbro. And 126.44, so about 15 seconds. Choosing to use the fire rod here.
Well, with having powdered that buddy beam, the pattern is completely different for the Lambo. They all spawn at once, so it's a little bit more difficult to get them all with the silvers. Nice cake dash through the conveyor hallway there.
Pat asking about ties. With recent timing changes to how we rule on timing, it is very, very rare that you actually see a legitimate tie. If one does occur, it's just 1 point to both teams. But it would literally have to be like the same second finish, which, given the positions of our runners right now, I don't think is going to happen, but stranger things have happened.
I wasn't sure if Trey was going to have enough magic to get through there, but he drank a potion.
Yep. All right.
Ooh!
Ooh! Moldorm 2 taking it upon itself to give Oops All Foxes a little bit of a window back in to the race here, so to speak. This is also one of those situations where not having a sword kind of messes things up a little bit, because you do have to get 3 hammer hits in on the tail, which, you know, can be a little bit difficult.
Oh, Trey gets a drop and fall as well.
All right, and Jimbro on to the Aghanim 2 fight coming up. And this is where we might see that bug net come in handy. Provided Oops All Foxes gets to the fight and doesn't get trolled by Moldarm 2 again here. There we go.
That second Moldarm 2 for Trey was very nicely done. Checking validation chest. Maybe it has red mail. And Ninjumbo hasn't gotten a single hit on Aghanim 2. Oh, there's the first one.
Oh,
there's
a
two.
double
Nice
with
double.
the hammer. Nice.
Another double.
Hello, Ninjumbo. Excuse me. Oh. All right.
One more from Ninjumbo should do it. Nice double on Trey's side, I think.
That might have been a one-frame roll.
Oh, that's true.
All right, Aghanim 2 is down for Ninjumbo. Trey Spire, I think, is pretty close as well. Yep, there we go.
Wow.
Oh, boy. Oh, my. Here we go, chat.
It is
dropping down at 16 seconds is Ninjumbo. And
Trey having 2 more hearts might
3 for Trey Spire. Ninjumbo cleaning house on the first couple phases of this fight here.
Oh, Trey not having the right weapon equipped. Missing all hits on phase 1. The first cycle there.
Ninjumbo making good use of that cape. Gonna be using the cape glitch there to save some magic.
Ooh! Trey has a fairy. Trey has a fairy.
Meanwhile, Ninjumbo had to use that fairy as a health boost.
For chat, it takes 12 hammer hits for each of Ganon's phases with the spear, the trident.
Trey,
oh no!
Trey! Oh no! Trey takes a death and has another fairy. Oh boy! Oh boy! Blue potion coming out for Ninjumbo.
Oh, it is
boy.
So stressful right now.
All right, who is going to go here? We're both still in phase 3. I'm pretty sure Ninjumbo is about to transfer to phase 4. Does look like it. He's hovering around that lamp, waiting for it. Yep, there it is. Ninjumbo is in phase 3 of the fight. Excuse me. Trey Spire, meanwhile, still finishing up that last phase. Last phase. All right, in phase 3 now. Also is Trey Spire. Ninjumbo on 3 out of 4. 4 out of 4.
Man, Ganon is just hopping around all over the place.
All right. This fight is not over yet by a long shot, but we do have that the silvers, so. Hammer silverless Ganon. No, just no. Oh!
Getting a double there.
I think Ninjumbo thought he had the triple. It looked like he was setting up for the for this right here, but good recovery, picks it up, and provided he survives the most dangerous 1x3 in all of Hyrule.
GG's in chat.
Yep, there it is. Ninjumbo is going to take this very, very close race as Trey Spire's Ganon is exploding. Official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 22 seconds. And Trey Spire is going to finish in second with a 1:33.38. GG's out for both of these runners. My goodness gracious.
GG's.
Yo, GG's.
And we are joined by both runners. GG's to you both.
Yo, GG Chasefire.
GG Ninja, bro.
Holy crap. That was a close one.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and honestly, all the way up until the Ganon fight there, I thought one of the first questions we were going to have to ask was, Trey Spire picked up that bug net. You did not.
Yeah, I got to the literally the next room and was like, I probably should have grabbed that, but at that point I'm literally not going back for it.
Yep.
I saw that net and I'm like, this is a gift. I'm not passing this up.
Nope.
This is gonna make Aga infinitely easier.
Yeah, see, I'm also bad at Aga 2 with the net, so
So it didn't matter.
yeah, it wouldn't have mattered.
Everyone has trouble with Aga 2 when it's swordless.
Oh, yeah, that was a seed for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, there were so many things in that seed where it's just do I want to make this play or do I want to go do something else? I really, really struggled with whether or not I wanted to do Hera Basement after the Dark World opened up. And the longer I went finding absolutely nothing, the worse that skip felt. But it was also just yeah, I don't know. It was just a very weird seed. It was very weird that blind was the key to the entire seed.
Yeah.
And nothing makes you want to go to blind because you found a small key, one item, and a dungeon item in the front. So you're a lot of people know, and I've hammered this home. I think skipping back of Thieves Town because you don't have a hammer is just a terrible play, and I would die on that horse. But with it also being a pendant, and also not having any weapon that could kill blind, I was like, I guess I'm skipping back of Thieves Town here, and then I immediately get the cane afterwards. But at that point, I'm just I'm going to finish this overworld chain and, get absolutely nothing. And it's just okay, I guess I'm going back to Thieves Town, and then getting, super rewarded by blind, wasn't very feels good. And then I made, what I felt were all the, incorrect plays after that. And then the flute kind of broke my brain because I was, really committed to going to pod. But then I got the flute, and I was I'm still going to pod. But then I was oh, man, Desert has a lot of stuff in that area. I should probably go over there. And it's a good thing I did, because I never scouted Desert Ledge. So, yeah. Everything just kind of fell into place from there, other than just, the worst possible overworld traversal the seed could have possibly given you.
Yeah, no hammer made that tricky.
Yep. And of course, hammer has to be in its almost vanilla location.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, clearly.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting really to pull the hammer out of there. I was just in there because of density, and the longer I was in there, I'm just okay, I guess we're not getting the hammer here. And I was okay. So if Trey Spire, went and checked first chest of Swamp Palace, and that's the hammer, I lose. But it's probably an Ice Palace, just because. And then I got the hammer there, and I'm well, okay, that's go mode. It's really fun Finding your go mode -1 at like 50 minutes before getting your first crystal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, that was absurd. Like, I'm double checking my local recording here because it's like, okay, it was like 50 minutes. 52 minutes almost. I got that first crystal, and it's like this
Now I
seed
need
is
to know.
going downhill. Oh yeah, my brain is mush right now.
I will say we were on the edge of our seats basically from the time the two of you went into Thieves Town to kill Blind. You were more or less in lockstep from there until the end of the game.
Yeah, and like, so it was funny. Like, I felt like I played the seed very well, other than like some small things that like Swordless just throws at you. Like, I feel like nobody executes some Swordless fights absolutely perfectly, and some screens are just really rough and they control you and whatever. But I felt like I executed pretty well. So when I finished, I was like, oh, like, I don't know what to think. Like, I could have won by a little bit, or I could have won by a lot. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then like I saw like, in the race time chat, like Trace Fire, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh yeah, there's the forfeit. That's a finish. And I'm just like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like, we both clearly like executed out of our minds as much as is possible in Swordless. So like, I'm really glad like that it was such a close race, because those are the best to watch, like, and to do commentary for. So I'm glad we were able to put on a really good show.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. I'm glad I happened to be sitting at my computer when the ping went out like 5 minutes before you guys went live. What? But yeah, greatly executed race by the both of you. Like my co-commentator said, it was just we just almost had no time to breathe from you guys finding flippers to the end of the race, and yeah. Oh, me.
The one divergence you had is you swapped Swamp and Ice after finding flippers. It was interesting to see how you each routed that.
So my thoughts on that was I was planning on, after killing Cold Stare for my 7th crystal, to run in and buy arrows if I needed them. Because I was planning, because I used silvers on Argus. But then Argus gave us a 10-pack, and I'm like, well, I don't have to go buy them anymore. Great. Thanks, game.
Yeah, I did that in, like they said, I did Ice first, like, for no real reason, even though I was just, that's just where my brain went. And then in hindsight, I was like, oh yeah, I probably should have done that second, so I could have bought arrow, like, for that exact reason. But then Argus, like you
Argus
said, dropped the 10 arrows. I think I literally did like a fist pump when that happened. Like, if you look back at my VOD, you'll see me do like a fist pump when those arrows drop.
I'm pretty sure I rolled my eyes at myself because you can't see me. But...
yeah, that was. Yeah, I forgot just how important arrow management can be in this mode, especially like with this seed where you're just not getting the hammer for a very long time. And at one point, I was actually very confused. Like, I don't depend on my tracker to tell me what I can and can't do. But it's a nice thing to have, like, just as like a reminder. And when I marked that Meyer was Bombos, it was like, you can full clear Meyer, and I'm just like, can I though? Like, I'm not sure what all hurts Vitri, to be quite honest.
My Meyer for Vidi didn't actually change over until I picked up the bow.
Yeah,
But
it could just be a case of emo tracker just having that very weird logic quirk incorrect, or maybe there's just something that it knows that I don't.
true. I've definitely had a mystery seed that rolls for this, where I had to fight Viddy with regular bow and bombs to get my bug net to go fight Aggle 1 to get my hammer out of the Cack Relic Lumberjack. That was a miserable seed.
This game is terrible.
Yep.
And yet here we all are.
And here we are.
Yep.
All right. So, as is normal for me, I don't really have any further notes, and if I had, I think you guys pretty much covered them anyway. So, anything else from you, Kamir?
No, I think I'm all good. Thank you for the race. Thank you for our tracker.
Link Force 0. I've already dropped all the commands in chat. I kind of did it a little bit early, but you know, c'est la vie. Anything else from our runners?
Thanks again for putting this on, and Wes jumping in at the last minute to comment from here. I'm actually excited to watch this one back. I hope you made fun of me leaving CAC for 20 minutes.
No, we were
not necessarily. I mean, we pointed it out, but it wasn't.
But yeah, GG again, Ninja Bro.
Yeah, GG's, and you know, thanks to you two for doing the comms, and to the tracker and everybody that makes the restreams happen, because ultimately that's what we're here for, is to, you know, we're here to play rando and have a good time, but it's also just fun to put on a good show. And like I said before, you know, a 16-second difference race, you don't get too much better in terms of like on the edge of your seat rando.
Yeah, you know a race is good when our runners are in Gan's Tower and somebody is legitimately asking about the possibility of a tie. So
and the possibility of a bug net making a difference.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, good job to both of you. Do you have your next race scheduled yet, or was this your second?
I think it's
tomorrow. I think it's
like tomorrow. It's 6:30, I think.
Yeah, I think
6 or 6. Yeah, it's like 6:30 because I think they wanted to push back like a half hour from what was originally proposed. So
yeah, something like that. I think it's Adalor and
it's Maximum Barnage.
Yep, Adalor and Barnage tomorrow.
All right, we'll be looking forward to that. Once again, thank you to my co-commentator, Kamir. Thank you to our tracker, Link Force 0, for pushing the buttons behind the scenes and keeping us honest. Thank you to our runners for providing us an excellent canvas to ruin with our commentary. And thank you all for watching. There is plenty of league action still to come across the SpeedGaming series of channels. I do believe there's still some, at least one race later tonight, if I'm looking at the schedule correctly. There's also the daily races, all sorts of SpeedGaming content on SpeedGaming 1 through 6. If you haven't followed all those already, we do actually have an active race over on the ALTTPR League right now. If you want to manually head over that direction, there is action live as we speak. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a very good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. And we will see you next time.